Hey, welcome back. Elevated Minds Yoga, Day 3, Let's Flow. You've been introduced to both the ego, or basic mind, and the breath. And most people's introduction to yoga is through a movement class in a group on a mat. In this 45-minute flow, I ask you to notice, without judgment, the way your mind moves. I also want you to notice that when you pay attention to your breath, what happens with your mind? My other two requests for you to play with today is expanding your energy and intelligence through the whole body. And then also give yourself a nice stretch and workout. Challenge yourself to push just a little bit. All right, let's have a safe and fun practice. So be in a place that's well lit and maybe has good vibes, and that also you can be in alone and it can be nice and quiet. Maybe you have a yoga mat, maybe you don't, but I'll use it as a way to say, come to the top of your mat. Put a hand on your belly and a hand on your heart and close down your eyelids and relax your shoulders as you take maybe 3 slow, deep breaths. Breathe in through your nostrils. Fill your lungs to the biggest that they can go. And exhale slow and smooth out your nostrils. A little bend in your knees, feel your feet. 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Just arrive. You made it here. And smooth breath out. Relax your face and your body. 1 more big breath in. Push your feet into the floor. Feel strong. And breathe out. Beautiful. You can bat your eyes open. Come to the top of your space. I'll say the top of your mat a bunch, probably on accident. So if you don't have a mat, to the top of your space, and let's move with breath. So the first thing in most yoga classes is that we warm up the body in 1 breath, 1 movement exercises. So let your feet be hip distance apart, bend your knees a little, and breathe in and reach your hands up to the sky. As you exhale, strong legs hinge right over your hips and keep your hips over your ankle and drop your head completely. Your knees can bend. Inhale, let your hands come to your shins. Lift halfway with your torso. And as you exhale, lower your hands towards the floor. Step your feet back, high plank pose. 3 breaths here. Take a big breath in. And a smooth breath out. Press your entire handprint into the floor and lift the front line of your torso up towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Soften your face. Roll your shoulder skin away from your neck and take 1 more big breath in. And as you exhale, you can lower your knees or come to a low push-up, which I'll call like this. Inhale, tops of the feet push into the floor. Roll your shoulders onto your back and breathe in. And exhale, flip over your toes. Take downward facing dog. Relax your head, bend your knees, and even pedal your feet out. This is an awesome stretch for the back of your legs, your hamstrings, or your calves. And then once you've pedaled out your feet, bend 1 knee, straighten 1 leg, bend 1 knee, straighten the other. Take 1 more big breath here. Drop your head, press your handprint into the floor, and lower your heels any amount. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Step to the top of your mat. When you get to the top, inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands on your shins or knees. Breathe in. And then exhale, fold. Little bend in your knees. Drop your head and your arms. Breathe in, reach your hands to the sky, stretch your front body long, and exhale, hands by your sides. We'll do 1 more, kind of like that. Breathe in, reach your hands up to the sky, big deep breath. And exhale, over the hips you go, drop your head. You can inhale, lift your head up, hands to your shins, long spine, and exhale, plant your palms, step back as if you were in the top of a push-up. Good. Place your right knee on the floor and kick your right toes behind you. Right hand in the middle of the mat. Inhale, left hand high. Breathe through your nose, remember, and exhale, stretch your hand over your head. Drop your head, rainbow your body. Inhale, left hand high, breathe in. And exhale, rainbow the body over. Palm faces down, shoulders away from ears. 2 more. Big inhale. Full exhale, stretch, squeeze your left leg, extend through your arm. 1 more breath in. And breath out, over the head you go. Good, left hand to the floor. Place your left knee on the earth and kick your left toes back. Stretch your right leg extremely long and put your whole right foot on the floor. Breathe in, right hand to the sky, and roll your shoulders down your back. Woo. As you exhale, stretch your hand over your head, bow your ribs up to the sky. With your breath, inhale, lift your hand and eyes to the sky. Exhale, bend at your waist, relax your head. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. 1 more, inhale. Press into the bottom hand, reach the top hand high, and exhale, extend. Both hands to the floor. Place both feet back for high plank pose. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, make your way to the floor. You can lower your knees and lower slowly with your elbows by your ribs. Point your toes. Inhale, cobra. Press your whole handprint into the floor and roll your shoulders on your back. Lift up. And exhale, lower on down. 2 more. Inhale. Press the hands and feet into the floor. Strong back body. And exhale, lower. 1 more. Big breath in. And exhale out. Lower. Good. Walk your hands back and lift up hands and knees. And step your right foot to the top of your mat. And inhale, come all the way up, high lunge pose. All right, we're going to move with breath. Breathe in, reach your hands and heart up high. And exhale, hands back, come and stand on just your right leg. Energy through the back foot. Good. Step it back. Inhale, reach your hands and heart up high. Exhale, we call this warrior 3. Hands back, look forward, engage your core and the lifted leg. Nice. Step your left foot back. Inhale, last one. Hands and heart up high. Push into your feet. And exhale, hinge forward, push into the right foot and lift up. Warrior 3. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Step your foot back. Lower the back knee. Inhale, both hands high. Exhale, twist. Left hand to the floor, right hand skyward. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Your entire right foot presses into the floor as you hug your hips together. Soft in your left wrist, press into the fingers and extend through your right hand. 1 more big breath in. And exhale, bring your hand to the floor. Step it back, high plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees all the way down to the floor. Point your toes. Inhale, roll your shoulders on your back, lift your heart up. And exhale, come back with your hips, hands and knees. Step your left foot forward. Good. You can flip your back toes under. Inhale all the way up for a lunge. As I press through the feet, I get a long stance and push down to lift my heart up. Take a big breath in, reach your hands up high. Maybe lower the hips and then exhale, reach your heart forward. Strong legs, stand on just your left leg. Like a ninja, step your right foot back, breathe in. Maybe there's a wiggle, lift your hands up, smile. And exhale, hands back, eyes forward, lock your eyes and lift your back leg. Good, 2 more. Inhale, extend your hands and your heart up. Strong legs, squeeze your hips together. Exhale, look forward, land on just your left leg. Last one, inhale, extend your arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Lower your back knee and extend both arms or left arm to the sky for a twist. Roll your shoulders on your back, soften your toes. And now breathe without any tension in your face or shoulders or hands or feet. Take a slow breath in through your nostrils. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders on your back and open your heart up even more. Good. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Breathe in and exhale. Hands to the floor. Step it back. High plank pose. Inhale, please. And right hand to the middle of your mat. Can you take side plank pose? This takes a lot of strength. Bring your entire right foot to the floor. And if it's too much for you, you have two options. You could take this top leg, step it over, pop your hips up by pushing into the floor, and it's this awesome hip stretch. Try that. And if that doesn't seem available to you, then you can take the bottom knee all the way to the floor. Either way, why don't we all take two more breaths? Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in. Push down to the floor and lift up with your hips and hands. And exhale, second side. Left hand to the floor. Find the entire left foot and then your variation of side plank pose. Take your right leg over, shoulders away from your ears. Make sure your shoulders are in a strong position and relax your head. Now feel your breath and your mind and the deep relationship they have for one more big breath in and smooth breath out. Good. Hands to the floor. Step it back with both feet and reach your hips up and back, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up just an inch or maybe a couple of feet. And exhale, step your right foot all the way in between your hands. It might take a couple steps to get there. Pivot your left heel down. Breathe in as you cartwheel your hands up. Warrior two. Exhale. Make sure your knee is bent directly over your right heel and you can see your big toe. You can take your palms up and open up your heart. And then place your palms back down. Look over your middle finger. And again, maybe the hips and legs are so strong, you lower them a tiny bit more. Take a slow breath in. And a smooth breath out. And with the flow, breathe in, lift your right hand to the sky, left hand to the back leg. And breathe out, side angle pose, elbow to thigh, stretch your hand overhead. With your breath, inhale, left hand to the leg, right hand overhead, palm face down. Exhale, extended side angle, strong back leg, lift the inner arch of the foot. One more, inhale, extend back. End of the breath meets the end of the pose. Exhale, side angle. Good, look to the right foot. Toe heel the left foot forward just a little. Half moon pose, left hand on left hip, right hand to the floor or a few inches above as you begin to breathe and play with muscle and energy to extend the left leg to the back wall. Maybe the left hand lifts. One more breath. Good. Step the left foot all the way back. For triangle pose, it's a little shorter of a stance than there was warrior two. Breathe in, reach your arms up. Exhale, reach forward, 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 and then hand to the shin, left hand to the sky. Roll your shoulders on your back, relax your head, and push your feet into the floor, but relax your toes. Good. Yoga is all about paying attention to the moment. Doesn't matter what your pose looks like. How do you feel? Take a big breath in. Full breath out. One more big inhale. And exhale. Good. Strong legs and core. Inhale, come on up with the strength of your belly, all 10 toes towards one direction. Hands to hips. Breathe in, lift your heart up. Exhale, reach your heart forward. Strong legs and fold. Let your hands touch the floor. Breathe in and lift your heart a little. Push your feet into the floor and exhale. Lower your head. 3 breaths here. Big breath in. Smooth breath out. Close your eyes and just feel the way your body and breath feel in this moment. Instead of letting your mind pull you away into an imaginary story, something from the past or future that you're creating in your own brain, feel right here, right now for one more big breath in. And as you breathe out, squeeze the muscles of your legs and fold a little bit more. Good. Hands to your hips, please. Strong legs. Inhale, come all the way up. And we'll take warrior two. So warrior two, again, we'll point the left toes now to the other side and bend your left knee. But I take a wider stance, so walk that back leg out a little bit. You're opening your front hips, so you gotta roll your butt bones to the floor and then bend your front knee any amount. No wrinkling of your toes, but deep rooting of your feet. Push your feet into your arms, look over the middle finger, and then we'll flow with breath. Ready? Inhale. Left hand to the sky, turns the palm to the back of the room, and then down towards the back of your mat, or front, or wherever. Exhale, side angle, or no mat. With your breath, let's flow. Breathe in, take your whole inhale to get to the end of this pose, and then exhale out the nose to side angle pose. Barely any weight in the elbows, stretch. Good, one more. Breathe in, extend, dance with your breath. And then exhale, side angle pose. What I do is take my top hand to top hip, mindfully step my back foot forward, look forward. If I have a plant, I'll use it, sure. Get back now. And stand on just your left leg as you extend through the right foot strong. Good. Open up your heart. And you can be holding on to something, or maybe you're trying some ninja balance move. Take one more big breath here. Feel the stretch in both of your legs. Good. And then bend the knee, step it back. Triangle pose has a shortened stance. My left toes point straight back, and my right toes 90-degree angle. So they kind of square off. Breathe into your arms. Exhale, kick your hips back as you reach your left hand. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Hand to the shin, right hand to the sky. Good. If you close your eyes, you feel the way that your feet connect to the floor. Make your spine long and your front body open. Take two more breaths. Inhale. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale. One more big breath in, please. And full breath out. Nice. Inhale. Strong legs and core lift you all the way up, and all 10 toes towards the long side of the mat if you had one. It's kind of a Spider-Man, Spider-Woman move. So I'll point my left toes over to the side, bend my knees, come down into a squat, and lift my left toes up. Nice stretch on the inner thigh as I push through the foot and in the hip with this big squat. Inhale to center. Place the right foot down, bend your right knee, lift your left toes. I even lift my right heel a little. And then come back to center. Inhale. Exhale to your left. Just stare at the floor and feel your body. Close your eyes. Inhale to center. Exhale. Bend to the other knee. Good. A few more on each side. You can roll your shoulders into it and let your hands be all like Spidey Man hands, however feels good. And just stretch into your body with your breath. One more. Nice. Good. Hands to the top of your space. Step back. High plank pose. Big breath in. And exhale. Lower all the way to your belly. Point your toes. This might be fun for you. Bend your knees and take your hands into your ankles. As you exhale, press into your low belly and roll your shoulders on your back. And inhale, kick into your hands. So kick your chest open and just stare at the floor. Now breathe and kind of play with the way that your body is. Like you can make it strong and stare at the floor and breathe in. Maybe lift your inner thighs a tiny bit more. You don't want any pain. Just let this feel nice and take a big breath in. And a smooth breath out. Good. Lower your body. Place your hands and feet. And inhale, come all the way up to a push-up. And exhale, push your hips back. Bend your knees a little, downward dog. Inhale, let your right leg lift up high. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Maybe it takes some steps. And here we are in a low lunge. Good. Breathe in, lift your heart forward. Exhale, straighten both of your legs, lower your head. One more. Bend your knee, breathe in, lift your heart forward. Exhale, straighten both of your legs, drop your head. Good. Bend your knee, look forward, walk your hands forward, lift your left leg to the back wall, drop your head, breathe in. Exhale, bend both knees, breathe out. Two more, breathe in. Lift your back leg, drop your head, and breathe out. Good. Just one more. You've got it. Big inhale. Extend your back leg. Get stretched in your body. And exhale, hug into the center. Good. Both feet to the floor. Walk your hands back and just come onto your toes and sit your booty on your heels. This pose is called crow pose. If you want to try balancing on the hands, what really has to happen is you have to smoosh the whole handprint into the floor. My hands need to go. I invite you to take your hands shoulder width apart. So I put my hands shoulder width apart. The flexibility in my hips helps. So I hug my knees up into my arm bones. And my shoulders always want to come up by my ears. I have to roll my shoulders away from my ears, shift forward, and play with lifting one of my feet up at a time. Shoulders away from my ears, whole handprint in the floor, energy into the feet, and maybe you lift both feet so that they come to touch. Come back down. Hands to the floor. Step back, high plank pose. Big breath in. Lower your knees. Exhale, belly all the way down. Bring your hands so they're right underneath your forehead and place your forehead on your hands and close your eyes. Take a slow breath in. And a smooth breath out. And immediately notice the inner world behind your closed eyelids and watch what it feels like to breathe and listen. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your body and all the sensations that show up to this moment for one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Lift your head. Put your hands right by your ribs. And inhale. Come all the way up onto high plank pose. Exhale. Push your hips all the way back, down dog. Lift your left leg an inch or a mile. Lower your right heel and step your left foot all the way through. And you've got it. Inhale. Shoulders roll away from ears. Pop your heart forward. Strong back leg. And then exhale. Straighten both legs. Lower your head. With your breath, feel your feels, bend your knee, breathe in. Through your nose, it's important. And then exhale, stretch your hamstrings, drop your head. Good, bend your knee, look forward, walk your hands forward. As you breathe in, extend your right leg up to the sky, soften the back of your neck. And exhale, bend both knees until all the air is out of your lungs. Two more, breathe in, reach your right leg high, drop your head and look at your foot. And exhale, slowly draw everything into center. Good, last one, big breath in. And full breath out. Beautiful, put both feet on the floor. Start to bend your knees so much your bum comes to the earth. And extend your legs out in front of you. You can straighten your legs if that seems available. Breathe in, reach your hands high. And exhale, lower into a forward fold. So notice the desire to touch your feet and round your back. And I invite you to simply let your hands be on the floor and elevate your spine. Lower your chin, lower your eyelids, and take a few slow rhythmic breaths here. Strong legs, flex your toes back just a little bit and push your butt bones into the floor. Lift your heart, take a big breath in. As you exhale, work your lowest ribs forward towards your knees. Then lower your chin towards your chest. 3 more breaths. Big inhale. With your eyes closed, notice your breath. Smooth exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath, squeeze your legs, flex your toes, and reach your heart towards your feet. And as you exhale, maybe you fold a little bit deeper. Nice, strong legs and torso. Come up with a straight spine, please, as you breathe in. And keep your right leg straight and bend your left knee. Take your left foot over your right leg and let your left hand be like a kickstand. And as you breathe in, push down to pop your heart up. As you breathe out, hook your elbow over the knee, flex into both feet, make your legs alive, and twist open the upper part of your torso. Look over the back shoulder, but drape your shoulder blades down the back. And take just a few more breaths here to feel what it's like to breathe into a twisted body. Active right leg. Deep breath in. Take your breath as deep and low into the torso as you can. And full breath out. Open up the front of your heart. These twists feel so nice on the low back. Try to breathe into the pose for 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We'll just come back to center. Take this bent knee, keep it bent, and just place it on the floor. Foot to inner thigh, right hand to right shin. Inhale, left hand skyward. Exhale, bow. So press your left butt bone in the floor and roll your right shoulder as you bend your right elbow. Stretch your left hand overhead. Drop your head. Maybe close your eyes. Different flexibilities will look different ways. I'm a little more flexible than the regular person, but some people are more flexible than me. Either way, 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Full breath out. Stretch. Reach through your fingers. Feel your body. Good. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, bend both knees into your chest. Let's work on that core strength. So extend your feet out in front of you and flex your toes and extend your arms and lean back. If you'd like, extend your feet, but not if you have tight hamstrings. That's really hard. But if you're flexible and can touch your toes, extend your feet. Take 1 more big breath in. Exhale, halfway boat. Inhale, full boat. Okay, come all the way down to your back. We'll do the other side in a moment. Place your feet right by your seat. Touch your heels. Push your feet into the floor and lift your hips up. Your hips will only go so far up unless you take your shoulders, interlace your fingers, and tuck your shoulders underneath your body. And now lift your hips up. Close your eyes. Let your hands settle into the floor. Push your entire footprint into the floor, but soften your toes. And breathe in and out your nose. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Full breath in. Exhale. 1 more. As you breathe in, push into your feet to lift your hips high. And exhale. Good. Unleash your fingers, roll your spine down, and bring your knees in towards your chest and rock and roll just a few times. Kind of wake up the energy of your spine. And then extend both legs out in front of you. This time, bend your left knee. Step it over the straight right leg. Use your right hand behind you to sit your heart up higher. You see how straight your spine can be. And then exhale, spin your eyes over your back shoulder. Good. Close your eyes. Wake up your straight leg. Breathe in. Sit taller. Your heart should be right over your tailbone. And as you breathe out, look over your back shoulder. Maybe you hook your elbow onto the thigh. Either way, sit tall and be strong or you'll hurt yourself. 2 more breaths. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Your belly draws towards your spine and you can open the front of your collarbones more. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. Keep the bend in your right knee. Just put your right foot in your inner left thigh. Inhale, right hand high. Left hand to the left shin. And exhale, side bend. Drop your head. You can even hold your head if you have this flexibility. Push your right seat into the floor and extend your arm with energy overhead. Flex your left toes. Close your eyes. 2 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath. Feel your body. Take a big breath in. And out. Good. Come all the way up. Bring the bottoms of both of your feet towards center. Grab onto your ankles. Sit nice and tall. Big inhale. Bend your elbows towards your hip creases and exhale, start to hinge forward. You can lower your chin. You can lower your eyelids. And then begin to breathe if you notice that there's any time that your breath gets held, contracted, stressed. Take a slow breath in through your nose and a smooth breath out. We're all done for the active postures today. Wake up behind your closed eyes. Take a big breath in and just feel your body stretch as you breathe. And a slow breath out. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last big breath in. And full breath out. Nice. Use your inhale, straight spine. Come up with a strong core. You can draw your knees back together. We'll do one more of the core poses. So we tend to just be lazy. Just notice that about yourself if you're feeling it. That's okay. And instead, inspire yourself to be like, you're really strong. So energize your whole spine. It's like you're putting intelligence into your strength and the tissues of your body again. And just because your hamstrings are tight and your legs can't straighten doesn't mean you can't be powerful and breathe in and out your nose. So I have loose hamstrings. I'm short. If you're like strong or tall, you have really tight hamstrings. Take one more breath. Activate the feet. Come on, big breath in. And exhale. Good. Lay all the way down. We're going to do one pose you haven't done for probably a long time in your life. It's the full wheel pose. So bend your knees. And you want to keep your feet hip distance apart, which means if you touch your heels and they're right by your butt bones, that's hip distance. Point your toes straight forward. And when you come in this pose, your body naturally takes your toes out and you get hypermobile in the low back. Keep your toes pointed straight forward if you can. Place your hands by your ears and shoulders. Inhale. Press into the floor through your hands, but mostly your feet to lift your hips, tail, and then the torso starts to lift. You can relax your head, bend your knees a little bit, and play with the way that your weight is in your hands and feet. You can shift forward and back. Good. If you do this often, you're breathing through your nose, so keep taking a few more breaths. And keep pushing into the inside edge of your feet, so the big toe side of your foot. Good. How about one more big breath in? And as you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest and come all the way down. And you're still awesome even if you didn't do that pose. It's just a study and a practice and a challenge. So extend your right leg to the sky and grab on behind your right thigh. Activate your whole right leg, but keep your butt heavy. And maybe you can extend your left leg. Maybe not today. And maybe you can walk your hands up your calf. And maybe not today. But roll your shoulders on your back and close your eyes and activate your right leg. Like make it a laser beam of energy if you want to start stretching your body. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, squeeze your right leg and pull it towards your chest. Good. Second side, lower the right leg, extend your left leg skyward, and find your version of the pose. And let your hips and shoulders be heavy. As you breathe into the body, you're just playing with your breath and your mind and your body. You're playing with what is in charge. What are you paying attention to? Take one more big breath in. And full breath out. Good. Bend both of your knees. This is my favorite kind of final pose, and you're going to make it so it's best for you. But push into your feet, swing your hips to the right, and drop your knees to the left. Sometimes you might want to even take this top leg and really swing it to the left. And then even lift up your chest and twist your shoulders even more. Take your arms out wide. Any pose that you find feels nice for a big spinal twist. Take your eyes in the opposite direction of your knees and take slow, deep breaths and feel how the breath stretches your body and how the breath quiets your mind. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back into center. Place both feet on the floor and neutralize your hips so your sacrum's flat. Push into the earth. Sway your hips to the left. Drop your knees to the right. And kind of play with how you like to stack your. Some people like to cross their legs. And then take your right shoulder over to the right. So you can tuck your left shoulder under and look to the left. Good. Close your eyes. Whatever feels good. Play with how you want to shape your body. And then breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Slow your breath down. Last pose, last breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come back to center. If your back feels like it kind of is not all settled, you can forward fold. Some people do a little bit of a twist. But now let's find the resting pose. So any way you feel comfortable, you can bend your knees or take your body nice and wide in a starfish pose. Roll your shoulders down your back. And whatever pose you take, close your eyes and completely release your body into the floor. Begin to feel what it's like and where you notice the breath the most as you breathe into your body for just a few more moments here. And imagine your physical body was like a lead or earth, dirt, weighing hundreds of pounds. Notice where your mind experiences all the sensations and information coming in through the senses. And then do your best to relax any effort that's involved in that process and to open up your senses completely. Feel your entire body and let it rest on the floor, where you notice the activity of your breath and you notice the activity of your mind. See if you can take one step back and simply watch. And then release all your effort of doing anything. Let yourself be heavy and quiet and content, simply resting. Notice what your mind produces for you, how it can be a completely fabricated experience that has nothing to do with reality. Just for one more minute, put all your efforts into connecting to presence, meaning what does it feel to be here right now with full awareness of feeling. Take a slow breath in. and a long breath out. Three more breaths, just like that. And with each breath, begin to connect to a more expansive inhale, stretching the muscles of the respiration, the tissues and the skin that surround and support it. And exhale all your air out completely and watch the body fall towards center. Start to wiggle into your fingers and toes. And take a big breath in as you stretch your hands overhead and squeeze your legs towards center and hug all your muscles strong. As you exhale, release everything and notice how you feel. Bend one knee at a time and push your feet into the floor. Kick your hips over to the right and drop your knees to your left and roll to your left side. You can stay here and just open your eyes and take a minute to slowly get back into your everyday. Use your upper hand, push into the floor right by your heart, and come into a cross-legged seat. I hope you enjoyed dynamic flow. Thank you for being here for 3 days, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 4.